to go in details of this various excretory products and their elimination, my dear. So here first we already understand here that what the urine formation, where the urine formation, my dear. Now the thing is that is very important to understand that about the structural and functional, yes, structural and what functional unit of excretory system, my dear. And you all know that the structural and functional unit of excretory system are what nephron, right? So now the time, this one thing is very clear, all of you. What the species, what the mode of excretions, my dear. What is the term micturition is clear. You know, micturition is clear. So micturition is nothing. That is what? That is only the expulsion of urine from urethra, my dear. Okay. And this, what are this human excretory system consist of, my dear? This one thing is also clear. That is a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder, urethra, my dear. Structure and function of excretory system. Yes, you are definitely, you know that where it is what nephron, my dear. Very good. Now the time to understand here this one, the diagram of human excretory system. That is pair of kidney, pair of ureter, one urinary bladder, and what urethra, my dear. Okay. And here the valve, the name of the valve is what? Don't know. That is a sphincter valve, my dear. Okay. And this very sphincter valve is responsible for the regulation of the urine. Yes or no? So the name of this very valve is known as what, my dear? Tell me first. Tell me first. The name of this very valve is known as what, my dear? A sphincter valve. What I'm saying? What I'm saying to you, my dear? A sphincter valve. Clear? Now the time to be understand from NCERT. Now get ready for NCERT, my dear. Now I'm going to show you the what? Yes, according to NCERT, my dear. Let's see this one, the chapter 19, unit 5 of this very chapter. What here, my dear? Tell me. Yes, this one is what? Excretory products and their elimination, my dear. So see what the NCERT is telling here. This one is very important to understand. Yes or no? Yes, definitely. Let's see what the thing that is given in mind map, that all things is given in your NCERT or not. This one is very important to know here. Okay. So let's see from NCERT that what the thing is given here. Okay. So here I'm taking highlighter. See, we all know that what we all know that, my dear, animals accumulate ammonia. You know ammonia? Ammonia is what? Toxic material, or you say the harmful materials, that material that is not any used inside our body. So ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, excessive water, and ions like what? Sodium, potassium, calcium, these, and as well as the phosphate also, sulfate also, etc. These all are the metabolic activities, or by other means like excess ingestion, my dear. So you all know that whenever we take excess of ingestion, that is intake of the food, in that meanwhile they eliminate the waste material from the body, my dear. So these substances to be removed totally, or you say what, partially. But now the thing is here important to know that how this substance is removed from our body, right? So let's see here the mechanism of elimination of these substances with what? A special emphasis on common nitrogenous waste. What I'm saying here, common nitrogenous waste. That very common nitrogenous waste is what? That is ammonia, urea, or uric acid. These three are very, very common nitrogenous waste, my dear. That you say the major forms of what? Nitrogenous waste. And this major form of nitrogenous waste is treated by whom? By the animals, my dear. Right? Now the thing is that is important to know, that is what? Ammonia. Ammonia is the most toxic substances, my dear, and requires what? Large amount of water for elimination. This one is important line. So if anybody can ask you how the ammonia removed from the body, so if you want to remove ammonia, you need what? Excessive amount. You say the large amount of water for elimination. Without large amount of water, ammonia cannot be eliminated from the body. Whereas uric acid being less toxic in comparison to the ammonia, uric acid is toxic but comparatively less toxic. and it can be removed with a minimum loss of water. So there is no need of excessive water to remove the what? Uric acid, my dear. Why? Because this uric acid is very less toxic and it can remove, yes, can require water, but they very less amount of water comparatively what ammonia, my dear. Right? Now, here, that is very important to understand. The process of excreting ammonia is what ammonotalism. So, ammonotalism means what? You know that many bony fishes, mainly found where in water, aquatic amphibians, aquatic insects, these all are aquatic insects are what ammonotelic. Why I'm saying here the ammonotelic in nature? Because this ammonotelic in nature, it means that the amphibians will excrete their harmful materials in the form of their what? Ammonia, my dear. That is known as ammonotelism, and all the bony fishes as well as the amphibians remove their waste material, but they need what? Less amount of water. Yes or no? Yes or no? So here, that is very important to understand here that ammonia is what readily soluble. What I'm saying, ammonia is soluble, yes, readily soluble, but generally excreted by the diffusion, my dear. What I'm saying, diffusion. And if I'm saying here the word diffusion, it means that the body surface, or you say the through gills, as in ammonium ions can be removed from the body, my dear. But in spite of all these things, kidney do not play any significant role in removal of what? Ammonia, my dear. So basically the terrestrial adaptation, which one terrestrial adaptation? Terrestrial adaptation, it means that the organisms which live on land, my dear. So these all are the what? Necessity, what? The production of lesser toxic nitrogenous waste, and this nitrogenous waste that is lesser toxic, like what? Urea and what? Uric acid for conversion of water, my dear. So see, if I'm saying here that the mammals that may be what? Terrestrial, amphibians or marine, they all mainly excrete urea, and whenever this what? Excrete urea, then it is known as uretolic. What it is called? Uretolic. Aerotolic animals. So the ammonia produced by the metabolisms, the different metabolisms performed within the body, and during the time of formation of metabolisms, and that very ammonia is what converted into what? Urea, my dear. Ammonia is converted into what? Urea. And this urea in the liver of these animals release into the blood, which is filtered and excreted out by what? Kidney. So this one is important line, my dear. What the important line here? Here the important line is that the ammonia produced by metabolisms. So whatever the metabolisms occur within the body cells, that all very metabolisms during metabolisms that converted the urea in the what? Liver of animals, my dear. And then after the release into where the blood, and what? Then after the blood is filtered and is treated to whom? To the kidney. And you know that the kidney is the main vital organ of excretion, my dear. But here the some amount of urea may be retained in the kidney. Not the almost all the urea we remove from kidney. There's some amount of urea we what? Urea be stored, or you say the retained in the kidney, my dear. So if the urea may retain in the kidney of matrix, then it is maintained to desired osmolarity. So when it we say we that the osmolarity, it means that the osmotic pressures whenever the kidney matrix of these animals are found. Reptiles, birds, land snails, and insects excrete nitrogenous waste as a uric acid to form pellet. But in the form pellet, or you say the paste with a minimum loss of water, are called uricotolic animals. What the animals? Uricotelic animals. See here the three terms is important. One is ammonotolic, second one is ureotolic, and third one is what? Uricotolic. So these all are the mode in which the excretion will take place, my dear. Right? Now, after knowing all these things, what the several what the survey of the animal kingdom present in the variety of excretory structures, my dear. You know that different animals have a different body structure or body design, so that it can eliminate the waste material from the body, right? Now, in the case of invertebrates. You know the term invertebrates, the organisms which do not contain vertebral column. So if I'm saying here the animals kingdom present a structurally structured, mostly there is what invertebrate. So these structures are similar tubular forms, whereas vertebrate have common complex tubular organ, and that very common complex tubular organ, my dear, is what? Kidney. Correct? So if anybody can ask you which one is the main excretory organ in vertebrates, my dear, then what do you say? Kidney. Correct? Kidney. So the sum of the structures mentioned here, the protonephridia or the flame cells, also the excretory structure in platyhelminthes. So in platyhelminthes, the organisms which has flat worms, platy means flat, helminthus means what? Worm. So the flat worms, just like planaria, rotifiers, some annelids and cephalochordata and pair of this protonephridia. These all are primarily concerned with the ionic and fluid volume regulation, my dear. So see, this one is the important thing to understand here, that so many waste materials released from the body through different means, my dear. So if I'm saying here that whenever the ionic and fluid volume regulation we maintain in the body, then it is said to be what? Osmoregulation. And you all know that osmoregulation is the vital necessity of each and every living organism, my dear, right? Now, see here the nephridia. Nephridia is what? Tubular excretory. If I'm saying here the tubular excretory, it means that there is a fine tubule which is responsible to carry the waste materials from one part to the another. Nephridia also, my dear, helps to remove the nitrogenous gas. See here, the NCERT line is given here about the nephridia. What the nephridia? If anybody can ask you, then what do you say? Nephridia is only such a part of the excretory system that is mainly responsible to remove the nitrogenous waste and also maintain a fluid or ionic balance, my dear. So if anyone asking about the nephridia, then you say there nephridia is so simple. Nephridia is the removal of nitrogenous waste and maintain the fluid ionic balance. Fluid ionic balance means that whatever the amount of the fluid contained within the body cells, they have the same that having the other organisms also. But that is not so true. But whatever the animals that basically found on the land, that very land, terrestrial animals maintain the fluid and ionic balance. Here another one is malpighian tubules. This malpighian tubule is a structural structure, yes, of which one? Insects, my dear. So including the cockroaches, malpighian tubules help in the removal of nitrogenous waste also. See, which one is responsible for removing the nitrogenous waste material from the body? That is called malpighian tubules, as well as what? Osmoregulation. Osmoregulation as well as the what? Removal of nitrogenous waste can only be performed by which one? Which one, my dear? That is a what? Malpighian tubule, my dear. Okay. So see here, internal glands or green gland perform the excretory function in crustaceans like prawns. Let's see with the help of diagram. See, here in the human excretory system, my dear, what we understand, in human excretory system, what they consist, my dear, a pair of kidney, pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and what? Urethra, my dear. Okay. So what I'm saying here, in human, the excretory consists what? Pair of kidney, one pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. See this one here. The diagram is given. The diagram is given here, my dear. Yes, the diagram is given here. So if anybody can ask you the color of the kidney, then what you say? Then what you say, my dear? Near reddish brown in color. What the color of the kidney, my dear? The kidney is what? Reddish brown in color. So what the shape of the kidney? Bean shape by structure, my dear. Where it is situated? Situated between the level of last thoracic. Listen carefully. This one is important line. Last thoracic and third lumbar vertebra, my dear. So if anybody can ask you that where the location of the kidney, then what you say? You say simply here that the level of the last thoracic and the third lumbar vertebrae, my dear. And this is the third lumbar vertebrae which is close to the dorsal inner wall of the abdominal cavity, my dear. So if I'm saying here that the dorsal means what? Backside of the inner wall of the abdominal cavity. Correct? Now each kidney in adult human measures how much centimeter? 10 to 12 centimeter in length, my dear. This one is the important thing. Underline in your NCERT. 10 to 12 centimeter in length, 5 to 7 centimeter in weight, and 2 to 3 centimeter in thickness with an average weight. How much? 120 to 170 gram, my dear. So see, this one is the important line or not in NCERT? Yes, sir, definitely. What the important line here? Just I'm going to repeat here. Mainly the in human respiratory system consists of what? Pair of kidney, pair of ureter, urine bladder, and urethra. Correct? Number one. Second thing, kidney, the main excretory organ. Yes, definitely. So the structure of the kidney is what? Kidney are reddish brown, bean shaped structure situated where? Location where? Location at the last thoracic and third lumbar vertebra. Last thoracic and third lumbar vertebra close to the dorsal inner wall of the abdominal cavity. So that's the exact position of the kidney, my dear. Okay. So now next thing that is important to know here, that each kidney of an adult human measure how much centimeter? 10 to 12 centimeter in length, while in width 5 to 7 centimeter, while 2 to 3 centimeter in thickness, my dear. Okay. So these all are the data of what is kidney, my dear. And you all know that the average weight of the kidney is, that is what, 120 to 170 gram, my dear. So towards the center of the inner concave surface, that is the kidney, is what? Notch called hilum. See here, here the notch like a structure known as what? Hilum, my dear. And this hilum through which ureter, blood vessels, and nerves enter. So in this very ureter, blood vessels, nerves, whenever I'm saying that the enters, then it is very narrow, my dear. So, so here the inner to the hilum and broad funnel shaped space like called renal pelvis, my dear. So renal pelvis is the region from where the all excreta or waste materials came there. A kidney is a tough capsule. Which one capsule? Tough capsule. And outer cortex, inner what? Medulla, my dear. Okay. So the medulla is divided into what? Few conical masses. That few conical masses is termed as what? Medullary pyramids. So if anybody can ask you about the things, that which one is an important thing that is basically found in human respiratory system, then you see there that's a medulla divided into a few conical masses. Okay. So this one projecting into a what? Glycis, that is single calyx, and the cortex is extend in between. Where the cortex extend? Cortex extend in between the medullary pyramid and renal columns called column of Bertini. So this one is important line, my dear. So you must keep in mind these all things, that where this one is located. See in this one diagram, longitudinal section diagrammatic of kidney, figure 19.2. See here the leveling of each and everything. Clear? Here see, here the outer cortex, inner medulla. This one is the correct. This one is what? Medullary pyramid, my dear. This one is what? Calyx, renal artery, renal vein, renal pelvis, and ureter. These all are the basically main excretory parts of the excretion, my dear. So that each and everything perform a specific functions and it regulates in a what? Coordinate manner. So now see, if anybody can ask you, each kidney has nearly 1 million complex tubular secretion. You know, the 1 millions of complex tubular secretion is occurred with the help of what? Nephron, my dear. What I'm saying? So nephron. So you already know that the nephron is what? A structural and functional unit of the respiratory system, my dear. Right? Is this thing clear? Okay. So now here see that the two parts of nephron. See here, two parts of nephron, that is glomerulus and the renal tubule also. So see, if I'm saying that the glomerulus is nothing. Glomerulus is the what? Tuft of capillaries formed by the afferent arteriole. So this one is the afferent arteriole, which is responsible for carrying the all waste material within the body cells, and that very toxic waste material be eliminated from the body. But how this eliminated waste material eliminated from the body? This one is the questions. Here the renal tubule begin with a double wall cup called structure called Bowman's capsule. See in this one diagram. This one is diagram of what? Nephron, by dear. Okay. So Bowman's capsule. See here the Bowman's capsule. Yes, this one is what? Bowman's capsule, which enclosed to the what? Glomerulus. Where it is enclosed for the glomerulus. And this glomerulus along with round capsule is called the what? Malphizian, or you say the body, or you say the renal capsule, my dear. Right? So here the tubule contains what? Further to form a highly coiled network That very highly coiled network tubule is known as what? Proximal convoluted tubule. So here see, during whenever we make the diagram of the what nephron, my dear, diagrammatic representation of nephron, then it is important to understand that where these all parts are located. Okay, see here the afferent arteriole, which is thicker. Efferent arteriole is what? Thinner. Afferent arteriole to carry the blood from different parts of the body, so that the whatever the waste material contained in the blood, it will be filtered through efferent arteriole. So whatever the filtration will take place in the woman's capsule, my dear, then it is passed via loops of canal. And this loops of canal containing two, one is the ascending loop, second one is what? Descending loop. And one of the also tubule is also here, that is DCT. I'm saying here the term DCT. DCT means what? DCT means what? DCT, distal convoluted tubule. If I'm saying here the distal convoluted tubule, why? Because it is farther apart from the Bowman's capsule. So if the thing that is farther away from the Bowman's capsule, then it is known as what? Distal convoluted tubule. And if it is nearer the Bowman's capsule, that is known as PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. So see this in the diagram of the nephron, my dear. Afferent arteriole glomulus, which is having a knot shape like a structure inside the Bowman's capsule. And this one is what? Efferent arteriole. Okay. So see here the proximal convoluted is clear. Distal convoluted is clear. Yes. Descending limb of loop of Helen, my dear. You know that the scientist, the name of the scientist is what? Helen, and that very Helen descending the what items of loops of Helen, my dear. So this one is the Helen's loop. One is the ascending loop of the long of what? Helen, my dear. See, this one is the what? Loops of Helen, that is U-shaped like a structure, my dear. Okay. And last one is what? The collecting duct, and that very collecting duct is responsible to collect the nitrogenous waste material, which is in the form of urine, my dear. Okay. So hope so this thing is clear. Tell me first. Hope so this thing is clear. Definitely clear, my dear. So this one is very important line to understand about the nephron. But whenever we go through in a details lecture, my dear, then I will tell you there that how the nephron works and what the basic structures of nephron is given, my dear. So this is the thing that we have to study details whenever I take the details lecture on this very topic, my dear. Right now the point is important to understand here that what we should have to do here. There are many sources, my dear. That many sources consist of what? Different harmful waste material that is eliminated from the body, right? So now see what I'm going to say here that mainly the excretory organ, it is that is what? Excretion, and that very excretion only will take place with the help of their what? Excretory system, right? So okay, whenever I go through a detailed video, then I will tell you there in more details, my dear, of this very chapters. So thank you for watching me. Thank you to Test Prep Card that given you opportunity, as well as also have get opportunity to just give you information whatever the things that is written in your NCERT, because you all know that the NCERT is very important book. So without reading NCERT at least 5 times, then result also not be your so good. If you want to maintain your result so good, then you have to be what? Labor, or you say the focus where on NCERT, my dear. So go through that very NCERT line, check whether the thing is given there or not, and then after you can ask any type of question regarding this very topic, my dear. So thank you again, the test paper card, for just giving me something very little bit information about the respiratory products and their elimination, my dear. So thank you for watching. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.